big story coming in from the state of Maharashtra. The Mahavikas Aghadi government right now firefighting the rebellion that leaves the fissures within the alliance quite exposed at this point. In fact, the BJP, on the other hand, are on complete overdrive. A flurry of meetings that's currently underway. The Sena huddling up, the Congress, of course, in a huddle. The NCP also looking at bringing their MLAs together and ensuring a head count at this point. But nonetheless, Uddhav Thackeray's meeting that's currently underway at his home has not seen full strength of the Shiv Sena. This is as per our reporters on ground who are tracking those developments. We also have Amit Shah, in fact, Amit Shah, who is currently meeting with JP Nadda. Devendra Fadnavis also is all set to meet with Nadda and Amit Shah at this point to prepare a strategy in Delhi to see and how the benefit at this the BJP at this point can benefit from the fissures of the Mahavikas Aghadi government. And very soon, in just about moments from now, we're hoping that rebel Eknath Shinde will be addressing the media over the revolt on what really led to his rebellion and what's his next course of action. We have Kamlesh Sutar joining us for more on that, who's right outside Uddhav Thackeray's residence at this point. Kamlesh Sutar, over to you. We're looking at the BJP currently on overdrive in a big huddle in Delhi. There's hectic activity. Amit Shah, JP Nadda, both of them coming together, discussing on the issue, we believe. Yet no information on what was on the agenda. But Fadnavis, also on his way to Delhi, is likely to be meeting with the senior BJP leadership. They see bright prospects at this point, looking at the fissures in the Mahavikas Aghadi government. Take us through what's behind you. How many of the MLAs have shown up at Uddhav Thackeray's residence at this point?
Well, I won't specifically say, Nabila, MLAs, but there are MLCs as well. So legislators reaching Uddhav Thackeray, that number could be anything between around 15. But these includes the members of the upper house as well. They don't count in this entire situation that is unfolding at this point in time. MLAs who are supporting Uddhav Thackeray mostly are from Mumbai, the ones who are expected to reach here. Some of the MLAs I spoke to, they are in Mumbai but are still undecided. One of the MLAs from Konkan region I just spoke to, he is yet undecided. He is citing his personal health reasons. He said he might come and may not come, so he is not decided. His phone, though he is not incommunicado, though he is reachable, but he says he is not yet decided whether he'll come and reach the meeting. Mumbai MLAs, Sanjay Raut's brother Sunil Raut, Anil Parab, Sunil Prabhu, are known as Uddhav Thackeray's close associates, are expected to reach here, or they are already here. Some of them are already here. Gulabrao Patil, minister from Jalgaon, he is here. Another minister, Uday Samant, again from Konkan region, he has reached here. So the number could just sum up to 10 or 15 MLAs. Remember, Aditya Thackeray is also an MLA. He is already in Varsha because he stays in Varsha with his father, the Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray. He is there. So the number of Shiv Sena don't seem to be very encouraging for the party chief. The number of Shiv Sena leaders, MLAs, who are with Eknath Shinde will just outnumber the MLAs attending here, and that perhaps might be very troublesome for Uddhav Thackeray. A majority number of his MLAs with Eknath Shinde, the rebel camp, and some MLAs though in Mumbai but are not able to make it to the meeting. Some MLAs would be reaching here, including some ministers. They are here. Anil Parab, one important minister known as close aide of Uddhav Thackeray. He is summoned by the ED, though he is an MLC, not an MLA. He is expected to reach here. He would be responding to the ED summons today. But problem only brewing for Uddhav Thackeray from all sides. His party MLAs, his biggest troubleshooter Eknath Shinde, he is raising the flag of rebellion against him with maximum MLAs with him, and some MLAs still at this point are non-committal. We will try and get reactions of these MLAs who are still non-committal about which camp they belong to or which way they want to go. But at this point, Uddhav Thackeray has called this meeting. Had called this meeting at around 12. It's 1:30, but we haven't seen sizable numbers of MLAs going in. As I said earlier, at such important and crucial in such important and crucial situation, seeing is believing, and what we've been seeing here is not just the number that Uddhav Thackeray would want to see. A very few number of MLAs have reached Varsha. The number could be anywhere between 10 and 15, or perhaps could be less than that. We'll have to wait and watch. Shiv Sena camp, though we tried speaking officially to them and they say that the number is around 30. We don't believe that number till an official picture of MLAs with Uddhav Thackeray is released or some official confirmation is given or a picture of Uddhav Thackeray supporters is released. But at this point, the numbers at Varsha, Uddhav Thackeray's official residence, is certainly not very encouraging for the Shiv Sena.
At this point, Kamlesh, there's a lot of speculation that Eknath Shinde, the man leading the rebellion at this point, could very well push for the Shiv Sena to join an alliance with the BJP. Maybe push the Congress out. It could be very likely that Eknath Shinde could be pushing for the Shiv Sena to join hands with the BJP to form the government in Maharashtra. We know that in 2019, BJP was the only party that got the most number of seats, yet lost out on power. At this point, Eknath Shinde, who's known to be and seen and viewed as a hardcore loyalist of the Shiv Sena, very well possibly could stay back in the Shiv Sena and push for an alliance with the BJP. This is what sources tell us. Any word that could corroborate that? Paras Dama, who's also right outside Eknath Shinde's residence at this point. Paras, take us through what the family has to say about Eknath Shinde moving out. Have you had a word with any of them associated with Eknath right outside his residence? Paras Dama, can you hear me?
Yes, Nabila, can you please repeat your question? I'm sorry, I was unable to hear you properly.
Paras, you're outside Eknath Shinde's home. What's the mood there? Have people shown up? His supporters, his constituency members maybe? Are they asking to where exactly their leader is?
Nabila, the first thing which comes to the mind when you come to his residence is power, because the Thane residence, the Thane thing is the most powerful thing that Eknath Shinde have right now in his pocket, and the most powerful person right now in Maharashtra is, we can say that it's Eknath Shinde, because the rebel which he has started, it can change many things right now in the Maharashtrian politics. But right now the situation outside his residence, you can see there is some police deployment has been kept outside, because if things change, then there are certain things which can happen, and so that's why Mumbai police is already outside the residence of Eknath Shinde. You can see the deployment jeeps and many other police constable has just reached the Shinde's residence, and this is the major point right now when the press conference will start in Surat. So at that time the full picture will be clear that what will happen and what has happened, because we had seen last 15-20 days has been really difficult for MVA government, because first they lost Rajya Sabha election and yesterday they lost MLC election, which was very important for them to win, but they can't survive, and they lost yesterday also. And after that between midnight, the Eknath Shinde and some of their MLAs has left with him and gone to Surat.